like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Certainly, there are many who email me with pros and cons and the things that I have to say. But this one, I'm sure, will tickle your fancy. Earl, you have such a child's mind. You are intolerant of any other school of thought, and it shows through your show. Let me pull these off. You find the negative in everything, including your country. I wish I would have went through Army basic training with you. Drill Sergeant Bellamy, a black man from Philly, would have taught you about being a true American. No excuses, no racism. You do have a great show because it shows that racism is a two-way street, and you are on the other side. Earl, we all have our crosses to bear. We just don't all use them as excuses. I wish you had more of an open mind and would be willing to learn, but I have this instinct that dog don't hunt anymore. When I hear you say things like, I sound like a conservative, and follow it up with, oh no, it shows the hypocrisy of your words. Take care and try to be willing to expand your mind outside the democratic mush they feed you. And this is from TCMQ. Read an American Life, Ronald Reagan. I listened to portions of your show and have some thoughts concerning the manner in which, this is different. Oh, right here. I listened to your segment on the cruising issue that took place this past weekend. What took place this past weekend did not surprise me at all. Cruising in Milwaukee has become a customary seasonal occurrence. I listened to your thoughts on the issue and would like for you to consider the fact that there are a sizable number of teenagers, ages 15 to 19-year-olds, included in that demographic of people, and some of it is convoluted, that are out that time of the morning. The cruising issue is nothing new, so I find it hard to believe that the police department is always caught off guard when it occurs. If they were proactive, they would be actively patrolling all potential areas and making appropriate traffic stops. Instead, I see officers just cruising themselves while talking on their cell phones. Meanwhile, there are several vehicles around them that have numerous violations that could be stopped. They could be stopped for. That also goes on to say that I am a lackey for Chief Flynn, and that I am willing to back up anything the Milwaukee Police Department and Chief Flynn have to say. But the truth be told, I've said from the beginning that what Chief Flynn has done, whether we want to accept it or not, is the right thing. The death rate, the murders in this city have gone down tremendously. Year before last, there were, or 2 years ago, there were 129 murders. Last year there were 52 or 53, and this past year somewhere around 52 or 53 murders. So something is going on, and the only thing that has changed is the man who's sitting in the seat. And so you don't have to give Chief Flynn credit for the murder rate going down. But after all, it is his policies. I don't come in and back up Chief Flynn because I have something in common with Chief Flynn or I love Milwaukee's police department. I've said from the beginning, and I'll say it again, I am concerned about the safety of our communities as well as many of you are and should be. And we would have to admit that the crime rate, the murder rate especially, amongst us has dwindled. It certainly could be a whole lot better, but it could certainly be a whole lot better, but it's a lot better than it was before Chief Flynn came into town. So.
Broken glass everywhere, people pissing on the stage, you know they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise, got no money to move out, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the